Well, we're not done yet, but man, I'm getting tired already. I think the slope here is kind of what makes this much more of a workout than it already is. Like your slight movements, up and down, up and down. It wears you out pretty quickly, unless I'm just that weak. Alright, so here's another idea. If I put it this way, which is 12 feet, so basically from this stump to over here, almost in line with this bigger tree here, then I could do it long ways and have the little deck on this end, and sitting on this end you can see that way like I was talking about, and this way. I still honestly, in like just my kind of aesthetic preference, I like the original idea of putting it long ways like this, but if I did do it this way, I don't know if there would be that much of a difference, and it could help in terms of, instead of going 12 feet out and having to make those taller stilts, I'll only be going 8 feet out and won't have to go quite as deep. But since I'm going up with stilts with the 4x4s, presumably, I don't know if it makes that much of a difference. But one of the other considerations is that I have to figure out where I'm going to put the door. And if I put it long ways, like I have my tape laid out here, then I could actually put the door on the flat side instead of on the end, like right around here in the middle, or even on the end where the deck is, and just kind of walk around it over here to the door. Or two doors, you know, who knows. But it would simplify it, because either way, you know, if it's on the deck, it's on this slope here instead of way out here hanging 4 feet off of the ground. If it's over here, then we're obviously heading towards the uphill, so like you don't have to worry as much about putting steps in or anything to get up onto the, or into the building as much, etc, etc. So I mean, obviously if I put it long ways like this, I could put the door on this end here and it would be the same thing. So that log's a lot harder to cut than I thought it would be. I thought it would be like dried out and half rotten and I would just kind of cut on through it, but I think the blade needs to be sharpened already. I've been abusing it, as you can imagine. And maybe it's trying to close in there and pinch a little bit, I don't know. Ugh. Now I just need a winch. Ugh. Nice. Whoa. Still got a big piece of the trunk there, but I don't think it's in the way, so I'm probably just gonna leave that for now. So what I gotta do now, I'm just gonna get the old trusty rake and get this cleaned up so I can see these stumps better and try to cut a bunch of these stumps down as close as I can to the dirt, and then we'll be able to see what we're working with. Yeah. Isn't he cool? Whoa. Oh. I put him on the ground and the stick rolled. He went for a loop. He didn't know he was going to the theme park today. Alright, so it's all raked up for the most part. As you can see, I raked everything up over to that side to a uniform kind of pile. Seems like a unnecessary expenditure of energy, but you know, I gotta deal with all this at some point, and I don't want to make it harder on myself, so I try to keep it as clean and organized as possible, stacking all the brush up into designated piles, get the leaves swept up into a designated pile, so when I come back later I'll be able to just get to everything and do what I need to do. So that's why. So here we are. I haven't trimmed these stumps down yet. Probably gonna have to trim this one down. I kind of like the way this wood looks. It gets really dark and cool looking. So I was actually considering leaving that there for some dumb reason, like as a piece of decoration, but I think I'm gonna cut it. Gotta cut that one down. I got this little one here. Right there. This one's gotta go. And then this one, I just tripped on that one. It's not that big of a deal, but I might get it. And I gotta figure out how far I want to trim this stuff down. Somebody's going by out there. I think they slowed down by my car. Huh. Maybe power pole workers? What are you doing? Looks like he had a vest on. And like a hard hat or something. Can't tell. Is he climbing the pole? Oh, I hear him like chopping something. I think they might be out here trimming trees and stuff that are going up towards the power lines. That would make sense. Anyway, I did some measuring again, and I do think it will make sense to do the 8-foot run on the downslope and the 12-foot on our horizontal. There's probably like a longitude latitude kind of thing I could say there, but I don't know which one of those is which, so I'll just leave it at that. I think you get the idea. I think it'll just make it easier because it looks kind of like it drops in certain points as the slope goes, so I don't want to be fighting the slope any more than I have to. I could try to dig this out and flatten it out, but I don't know. It seems kind of unnecessary, a lot of work for not much benefit. I mean, I'm sure there are some benefits to it. It might be preferable to do it that way, but for what I'm building, I don't know if it'll be necessary, so I think I'll just take the easy route with that one. Well, guess I gotta go get the gas. Well, this one's turning out to be quite the stubborn stump. I was cutting into a rock, I saw a little spark starting to fly. See that? It's starting to cut into it, man. That's tiring. I don't know what it's getting bogged down on. Try cutting it higher up. Get rid of some of this first. So as soon as it starts encountering resistance, it just stops spinning it. The chain is a little loose, but I don't know, I should have brought the tool with me. Maybe it's too hot. Ow, it's super hot. I wonder if it's actually out of oil and it's just burning up because of all the oil that leaked out. I didn't want to put more oil in it because I was worried that I overfilled it. So I think I'm running it dry. The chain looks dry actually. Shiza, I'm messing it up, man. God, even the tool's hot from working with it. Well, if you hadn't leaked all the oil out, you'd be okay, Saw. Don't blame it on me. Yeah, it was dry. My God. Ugh, what a stupid mistake. This is why you buy the cheap stuff if you're new to something. Like this especially, that requires maintenance and whatnot, because if I had gotten a good saw and did this stuff, I would be very upset, but with this, it's not so bad. Let's see if we can get some oil run through it. Smoking. Probably, it's not one to turn at all. It's seized up. Oh no. I might have over tightened it too. It's pretty tight. Well, let me try loosening it up. It felt so loose. How did that tighten it up that much? Seems okay, I guess. I'll go with that. There we go. Oh. Yeah, I think it's overheating, but I want to try to get the oil on it. Can you tell how much more freely it turns? So now, it's really loose. Yeah, now that it's oiled, it feels a lot better. I think I've been running it all this time, like, pretty much dry, which is not good. I guess it leaked, like, literally all the oil out into my car. Idea why it's still bogging down over here. Getting looser. Oh. So what is it? What is your deal, dude? Well, my battery's weak and I'm pooched. So we're pretty much done here. I got everything dealt with, so what I got to do next is get some markers down and start digging the footings. But that'll be another day. Whew. Well, I have thoroughly had it for one day. Wrapped up and brought everything over here, which was kind of difficult because of having to carry so much stuff. But anyway, I wanted to go ahead and visualize the other idea for the driveway. So I've been clearing some brush and trying to set up my string line. It's kind of roughed in. It's not perfect, but gives me a little bit of an idea. So I'll show you what that looks like. So I moved my line right there to approximately what I thought would be the depth we could get to, at least by this point in the diagonal run. So I ran it down over here to my stake, and I don't know if that shows very well on camera. If I try to hold it level here, you might be able to kind of see it. It's still a little steep for what I would want, but that's actually, I think, much more comfortable than what we were looking at the other way. So I think that actually might be a doable angle. And you can see all the dirt. Obviously all that dirt wouldn't be coming down here, but some of it would. And we would have to build out to, I haven't measured exactly where I would be cutting in, but 9 feet. And I think last time I was here I measured, my hammer keeps trying to fall, like 9 feet's around here. So if you kept it exactly, what is the word, parallel with the road here, then like here maybe would have to be built up to whatever level this is. I mean, obviously it could tilt a bit. I just wouldn't want it to tilt too much, but it would help rain to run off of it if you do keep it a little bit tilted, of course. Anyway, I'm too tired to do anything else, so see ya next time.